Well, a good morning, noon, or afternoon to you, depending on where you are. Welcome to Standing Out in a Saturated Market with AI Video, our webinar presented by S Media. My name is Terry Bell, and I'm the product marketing lead here at S Media. I'll be your host today, and joining me from Sweden is our special guest, Tina Sadeghi, Head of Customer Success and Growth at Firon. Thank you, Tina, for sharing your evening with us. Evening there.
It is indeed evening. It's 7 p.m. here, nonetheless, very light outside and sunny. Not what you typically expect from Sweden, but yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for having
Uh,
me.
the summers like last till like 11, 12 at night, and like once you get in the summer in Sweden, right?
Yeah, you basically have two lives here. Either you sleep all the time or you don't sleep at all.
Fun.
Yeah, no
uh,
living.
so just to set the table for everyone, Firon is a European-based company that has been making some big waves in the European auto industry for their very innovative AI video products. And because great technology doesn't have borders, we're very excited here at S Media to have entered into a North American partnership to make these tools available to the US and Canadian dealerships. So our agenda today is to speak briefly about how video can help you sell, where you can use video, and what incredible AI video products can do for you. We'll look at some of the results from using that video, and then we'll open it up to a Q&A session. So please ask those questions throughout. We will save them to the end, but we'll get to them and get all your questions answered. So this webinar is being recorded, and you will receive a link for on-demand access to it as well. So before we dive right in, let's talk a little bit about Firon and how you guys came to be the company that you are now.
Get a little carried away whenever I have to tell this story. I'm quite proud of what we represent. Firon started from, like most things start nowadays, from the e-commerce industry. There was a need for video, like an automated video that would represent the product, but also the company. So it would highlight the value. And there was a request. Is that something you can do for us? Well, back to the drawing board. See, can we not? They figured it out. Their minds were blown. Wow, okay. Can you do that for all of our stocks? And when we're talking e-commerce, it's thousands of products. So it was back to the drawing board again and see, well, can we elevate this further? Can we drive this into something that is used and scaled that way? That succeeded too. So you can imagine it starts to become a bit of a, wait, do we have something here? Can we do this every day, all the time? And that's pretty much how Firon was born. And then the journey into the automotive kind of felt very natural. It's an industry that had a big need for this. So yeah, so that's how it all happened. We have incredible minds. We have some of the strongest marketers, and we even have a guy from Hollywood in our team. So it's super interesting conversations we have within the company every day. And with focus on quality, it's all about the quality.
Awesome. I'll tell you, the first time I saw what you guys could do with video in an automated way where there's like no lifting at all from the dealership and you could just insert that powerful video, I was blown away. Like I love this product. I love it. As the product marketing guy, like I see a lot of products and this one I love. I love it a lot. Okay, so we did a survey as part of the entry for this webinar. So we thought we'd share some of the results with you. The first question we had was, are you using video as part of your marketing strategy? A little close to 5% said yes, 17 no, 13% yes on the website. About 21% of you said not consistently. Some of you are using it on TikTok, YouTube, and a lot of you are using video as part of your marketing strategy on social. Just good to see. Good to see that there's lots of video being used because that's definitely going to help you with your clicks and your leads and your engagement with the customer. And then we asked how you manage your ads. Interesting split here. 31% use vendors, 31% internally, and 38% use a hybrid method. What are your biggest marketing challenges right now? So lead generation topped that with 60% saying that was one of their challenges. Focusing on ad spend in the 15% range, as well as getting internal buy-in on budgets, and how to use video up there at 38%, which is great. That's why you're here. Some other things that were pointed out were gaining market share on my competition, an easy AI tool to create videos. You're definitely going to get that today. No time to create videos, also solving that problem, and getting lead conversion off of website traffic, something that video can also help you with. So let's go into some of the statistics when it comes to how video is helping the automotive industry right now. So I love this one. 75% of auto shoppers say that online video has influenced their shopping habits or purchases. That's a lot. That's huge. Over 70% of shoppers say online videos help them learn more about the auto product that they intend to buy. So part of that journey of discovery. Video can drive lead conversions by up to 67%, sales conversions up to 68%, and lead to close rates by up to 65%. So obviously a lot of success with video. 96% of brands say video has helped increase brand awareness. The Porsche Group Media says that test drive videos and videos focusing on features and walkthroughs are particularly popular with their customers. We know that Gen Z is heavily influenced by short form videos. Might have something to do with phones and attention spans, just my my theory. Dealers offering vehicle videos saw a 44% increase in time spent on website, and 75% of auto shoppers said mobile video directly influenced purchase decisions. A lot of people more than ever before shopping on the phone, so important to be able to get the right type of content in there. And walk around videos increase consumer engagement on dealer websites by nearly 50%. So finding a different way through video to show the features of that vehicle off has been highly successful. So what's our takeaway from all those stats? One, video is interesting to shoppers and it changes their behavior to engage more and for longer periods. And what that means is you're stopping the scroll. And that's vitally important. You can spend a lot of marketing dollars, but if you're just stuck in that constant scroll that people are doing and they don't pause to take a look, you're losing out on some of that ad spend. It's not doing its job. Video influences shoppers to make purchases. We know this to be true. I mean, television's been around for 90 years or 80 years or whatever it is. So that tells you everything you need to know. Effective video helps differentiate you from your competitors, and probably can't emphasize this one enough. It's as the name of the webinar, it's a very crowded marketplace, and standing out is important. So what is effective video? Well, let's talk about length. Length is going to depend on where you're displaying that video. So, and what the content of that video is. So different lengths will be more beneficial in different areas. So short form videos on social, obviously, because you're in that scroll and it can't be too long. But you want to go provide some longer informative video content on your website, particularly around the vehicle and the features that you're trying to sell. From a messaging standpoint, now this is critically important, especially when you're trying to convey your brand or where you might pitch the selling features of your dealership. But with inventory marketing, it's less critical, but it's always important to communicate the right message. That's always key. It's not just to inform in these instances, but you also want that particular driver. You want to convert. You want to drive to convert with that video on top of informing. And then there's this interesting thing that Tina introduced me to that I hadn't like quite heard that way before. It's called the nudge theory. Tina, tell us about the nudge theory.
I mean, the nudge theory really comes from Richard H. Thaler. So it's in his book where he talks about behavioral science and how that plays into the society, wealth and health and all of that, and how when we're trying to make changes on a bigger scale within the society, how do we go about that? And slightly different, but nonetheless, we're still human beings. We operate the same way. Look, all of this, I can quote a few around this topic. Daniel Kahneman, who talks about the thinking fast and slow. All of this plays into the whole buying journey, right? We all need guidance, but we don't like to get pushed there. So very often it's about nudging them towards the right outcome, towards the direction you want them to take. And it's, I mean, we're spoiled as business owners right now. Obviously, it's also our challenge at the moment because we have so many tools at hand. But what this means in essence is that you as a dealership with videos, with the power of the digital spectrum today can guide your buyers. So your job is to help them make these complex decisions of which car to buy. For some, it's a need. For some, it's a emotional need. For some, it's a practical need. Nonetheless, it's not an easy decision to make. It's a high value purchase. So use those CTAs, use the messaging in the video, use all of these small details that will also, more importantly, play into the lifetime value later on, your relationship with that buyer, and the offers you have, your promotions, your finance packages, your service packages. All about when markets are tough, push on those offers that you have and increase the profit margin.
Thank you, Bettina. Thank you for that. Let's do a quick poll of the audience. What kind of videos do you believe are most effective in the buying journey? And I have let's launch that one now. And some of you participated in another poll that was up earlier. So I'll share that with you now. And that was, when budgeting, do you see video as an operational cost, like your website, or a marketing cost, like it coming out of your general ad budget? 73% said marketing cost, and 27% said an operational cost. That's a good question because if, for instance, you're using video to enhance your VDPs, is that an upgrade for the website in a way, or is that a marketing cost? So this conversation is useful when you're possibly discussing how you're allocating budgets inside the dealership. If you wanted to do types of AI video and figuring out where you could find the budget, because you don't necessarily want to reduce your ad budgets if you don't have to, if you can find another way to allocate funds to do that. So we'll take a look at the results for effective in the buying journey. So walk around videos, 64%. I would agree with that. 360 videos, 29%. Branding videos, 43%. Trending videos, 43%. I like to see that number. It's those TikTok videos and those fun dealership videos where you're getting someone on your staff to like really be interactive. Those are amazing. They're great. They really do connect with people. The challenge with that, it's pretty tough to do that for every piece of inventory you have. So it's great inventory, it's great video. You should keep doing it. But it doesn't necessarily help you sell every unit you have. It does help you build out your presence as a dealership. And lastly, inventory engagement videos, 50%, which is the highest, and great to see because we're going to talk a lot about that today. So where should you use video? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website, YouTube. And another thing that people talk about a lot is in your dealership. If you've got screens up in your dealership, there's an opportunity for you to be using video there as well. And how can you use that video? Testimonials, branding videos, model videos. Now, we do have an AI video option for those types of videos. We're not going to talk about it today, but if you are interested in that, you can contact us and let us know. Those trend videos on TikTok that we just talked about, and what we're going to dig into next here, inventory videos and ads, and inventory videos and VDPs. So let's talk about AI video for ads. This is the ability to replace static inventory with always on video on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. So let's take a closer look at some of this video. So can you walk us through, Tina, like how this works for the dealership as far as like S Media delivers the ads, and we're using your FireOn technology to change this. But from the perspective of the dealership, what do they need to do in order to get this type of content going on in their social?
Would you believe me if I said nothing?
I would.
And this is, look, this is the whole point. Everything that gets created out of FireOn is very much about having an appreciation, understanding of time is a luxury. We don't have a lot of it. So we are always looking at how can we take what dealers already have and maximize on it. So to answer your question here, really all we need is the feed. The feed has the images, the feed has the information about the vehicle. And that's, that's pretty much it. Obviously, there are some elements that play into how it feeds into Meta and the AIA Commerce Manager, where Meta has some specific requirements that we also present. But the short answer is we don't actually need anything. So it's more or less magic, a bit romantic in some ways.
So what we're seeing here is there's 12 different templates to choose from, and when the video is being created, it's being created in all the different size formats that might be required in order to do the paid ad advertising, whether it be YouTube or Facebook or wherever it's going. If you're seeing any of this video that's like chugging or slow, it's because I'm literally running, what is this, 30, 40 videos simultaneously at the same time. This video is very slick when it's running. And Tina, what's the sort of impact on like when we're running it for ads? There should be no performance impact on someone's phone when they're scrolling through and looking at content. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Everything gets tested to a very serious extent in terms of understanding how it impacts anything else. No buyer should ever get disrupted, whether they're on the website or any digital marketing platform. We know the importance of that. So this all runs in the cloud. It's again, it's a URL that just gets generated in our system that SMedia then gets to use. As you already highlighted, there are several different designs, and they also get generated in different dimensions. So you're basically able to cover every position where video is supported within Meta. I mean, that's something that I was really wowed by when I first saw the product. I used to have I come from a performance marketing background, both on the ad tech side and agency and in-house. So I know the struggles of having to resize video, creating video. I mean, there's so much to it, and sometimes it gives errors, and something is cut out. We don't run into that risk, and more than that, you don't have any dead links. So you don't have any cars that have been sold or reserved, and a potential buyer clicks on. Everything is more or less real time. So as soon as the car gets updated in the feed, that translates into what is connected into your Meta suite.
And this is all completely customizable from the standpoint that what you're seeing here is like a gray and white presentation, but we can make these brand colors for whatever those brand colors are for your dealership and your OEM, your logos, like it. The template is going to be the same style, but this is an editable format in the sense that you're going to get the color combinations that you want. Now, one thing to be mindful of is if you apply a template, everything has that same template. We're not running multiple templates at once, but you can change this up, correct, Tina? Like if 2 months from now it's time to refresh the ads and you want to go with an entirely different looking video format, you can just choose one of these other formats and keep it all fresh. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all about being agile, being, fast responsive. So yes, fonts, logos, do you have a certain messaging that you want to show in the video? All of that is customizable.
Awesome. So to conclude on that, it's zero effort for the dealership. It's based on your inventory feed. S Media runs the ads, and they're all the videos automatically inserted into those ads. There's 12 templates to choose from, and we're going to do every inventory in your stock. And this is updated, I believe, like daily, like whatever your when your inventory is changing, whether something's added or removed, this is very quick. Correct, Tina?
I mean, we can set syncers to run every hour, every 15 minutes. If you
Right.
have a lot of vehicles in your stock, then you probably want to go for more sync frequencies. Lower volume, then it should suffice with once a day. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
the
again,
social platforms, I believe, like the sometimes those updates can take a while to cache. So probably like a daily update would be the most common for that. But yeah, we're flexible.
absolutely.
Now you've had some dealerships that have been using this with ads. Can you walk us through some of the results that you've seen from that?
Absolutely. I mean, these are two of many, right? But I like these two because they kind of represent two ends of a spectrum. So one has a lot of stock within the dealerships, a lot of different locations, new openings. The other one, smaller dealership, but a lot of kind of new and upcoming brands. So they're dealing with different challenges. And I really also like these two case studies because they're a perfect example of when automation can really be on your side. Now, we tested a lot of different things with these guys. So, with anything, it's not just plug in and then you go. Yeah, it can be, but you always want to optimize towards the utmost result, right? And that's what we did here. So again, the video allows us to be agile, and I keep using this word because it's so important in in an environment where things move so fast. You need to be able to follow at their pace too. We tested some different designs, different wordings, and we really got it right. So incredible results for both of them. And not just in terms of cost savings, that's huge. Most of us are looking for that now. I know in Canada that's a big topic. And more than that, obviously the sales, the leads, the opportunities that come with that, whether that's within the immediate window or that's within the, retargeting and further down the journey, depending on your cookie settings and whatnot. But it's the fact that you're able to customize this, fit it into your strategy, A/B test it, really figure out your audience. And you can do this for every single vehicle you have in stock. So no one car is really missed out. And you can split these out because of the meta algorithm. So do you have some overage cars that you're struggling to sell? Hey, why not throw $20 into that vehicle instead of reducing the car price by 500 or $1,000? So these are the approaches that these guys took and really made them stand out within the market.
So I really, at the end of the day, what I think these show is that by applying the video, they were able to take their existing ad spend and it becomes a multiplier, right? Because you're getting more leads, you're getting a better decrease in that cost per lead, more clicks, more engagement on the same ad spend. So you're Xing it, you're 2Xing, you're 3Xing the value of the ad spend that you're using because you're improving your ability to get in front of a customer and actually get them to engage.
Absolutely. And what I just want to highlight, both of these two groups, they're excellent marketers. So it's not that they weren't doing really, really strong marketing before. It just gave them the opportunity to do even stronger marketing. And that's when you're really celebrating. So,
I love
yeah.
that. Okay, so let's talk about very similar. Instead of putting this video out into ads, now we're going to upgrade the experience on the VDPs. So AI video for VDPs. These previously those ad videos that were 6 seconds, and 6 seconds because you want to stop the scroll. It needs to be quick and hit them fast. That's the world of social. But when we're working in the VDP world, these are product-driven videos where we're wanting to get in front of people with the right features and options. So most website providers can accommodate the feeds. There's no impact on website loading. Google loves these videos. Like Tina, I think you did an explanation for me on that. Could you explain how that Google is affected by having video content on the website?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you said, Terry, Google loves video. And we have clients that have obviously that have these videos on their site. And when you go into Google and you search, let's say, used cars Skoda in a location, or just used car Skoda, the clients with the videos are just topping those results. So your SEO gets a boost. And that's a lot of work that you usually have to put in to kind of get that gradual sort of boost over time. So it's really a win-win in so many senses that you get through not just your website, but through the SEO as well.
And if someone's doing a search on Google and they actually like clicked on the videos tab, they would see these videos from the website listed on Google with all these different videos. They would be able to click on and watch one of these videos. Google would just pick this up from the website and display that. I found that incredibly interesting that like all these videos would just Google just loves them. It's attracted to them. So again, with these videos, you're looking at 12 different template options. These are product videos. They're diving into some of the specifications, zooming in through your photos and showing off some of that. It's all of them are a little bit different. Some are going to fit better in some markets than others, but also, giving you the ability to change this up to keep the website fresh and your inventory fresh by being able to change between these templates on a semi-regular basis.
Absolutely.
So you had a study for this one as well. Can you walk us through the results on that?
Absolutely. So when it comes to the videos on the website, you did a really nice summary there, Terry, in terms of what it does and what it highlights. We're on your website at this point, right? So they know where they are, what they're looking for. Question is, when they leave your website, do they remember what they saw? What we often see or come across is that VDPs tend to be very text heavy, very focused, also around the specs. Look, the specs play a huge part in terms of selling one car versus the other. But what about your brand? This is where we put that whole 360 hat and element onto how we approach this. This case study is a perfect example of that, but I have to say, I get the question, which design works better than the other? They all work. When I see video on a website, you're looking at 90-second plus, at least extra time spent on your website. You're using these videos to present experience, expertise, authority, and really increase your trustworthiness. And you do that through promotional roles that we can include. So these can be anything from finance offers you have, service packages you have. It can be that you might geographically have an advantage. Maybe you're located really well. All of these bits really play into kind of giving, again, the buyer, the whole nudging. You're just nudging them. You're letting them know, this is the car. I have the car you're looking for. But hey, beyond that, I'm also able to help you with your service. I'm able to give you a good finance package. I mean, do they really need to go somewhere else? And these numbers, they speak for themselves. So we have really aggressive CTAs. We use CTAs such as book a test drive, part exchange, reserve now. And even better than that, we put voiceovers over them. So, sometimes there's a lot of information to take in, but the small prints really pay into the last step in the funnel. How are you really making sure that whilst they're not within your control, within your showroom, that you still get that message across, that you're still building that trust? Voiceovers, like cover the small prints, cover the unknown with them. So, a CTA, for example, that they had here, reserve now for 99, and have a voiceover that says reserve now without any commitment, fully refundable. That makes it super easy for me as a consumer to say, well, actually, I'm not taking a risk here. And this is an example of these numbers. This is what we see again and again in videos. Using the right wording, using the right offers, making yourself stand out against your competitors, making them remember you is really what plays into your profit in the end.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina. What would you like to know? Q&A is open, so please punch your questions in there. First question is, how long are the VDP videos? 60 seconds, correct, Tina? Did you guys do some testing? How did you come along with 60 seconds?
They are actually between typically, I would say 50 to around 60 seconds. Now they can vary based on what comes through in the feed. We don't focus too much on the length per se. It's more about what you present in it. So with our AI, what it does, it takes all of your feed, it looks for your data, and then it looks for your images, and it starts mapping up. And we have trained hundreds and hundreds of thousands of specs on pretty much any model you can imagine. And then we have learned what good spec looks like and what kind of bad spec looks like. And then we highlight that within the video. So we want it to be 45, 50 to 60 seconds of value that you present to your buyer. And again, then you can add promotional roles and other things to your video. So you get that 360 overview of who you are and what your car is about.
Okay, thank you. So another question is, I know this works for automotive. Can RV or power sport dealers leverage this service as well? We have done a test on this. I don't know that we're able to like fully full steam ahead with RV. I know that this has been tested by FireOn as well. You've tested RV on your side as well, yes?
Yeah, Terry, but don't get me in trouble with my product. Actually, pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, we have, yes. And it seems to pick it up, but officially we don't actually have that advanced training on it. I mean, it's also about scale, right? So cars and car data we've had so much of, so it could be coming. Yeah.
Great. So if you are an RV dealer and you're interested in that, just contact us and we'll keep you in the loop and let you know as soon as that is available. Just to confirm, if I as a dealer pay for this service, I can leverage these videos to post on social shorts, organic posts as well. So as far as the video content for social, if you want to run the social video, S Media will run the ads for you. If you want to run organic, I think we can, there is a way to get you some of that video. I don't have the specifics on exactly how much of that would be available. But if you're planning on doing ads, S Media runs the ads and then they run the video content in that. What are the customization capabilities when creating these videos? Can I add assets such as stills, drone footage, or my own music?
Would you like me to take that one, Terry?
Uh, I don't think you can add your own music, but drone footage? I don't know.
Music, actually, if you have the copyrights, you can. But we do have a wide selection of tunes or tracks that you can choose from. For the inventory videos that go on your website, you can actually incorporate drones. We call them MP4 promotional roles. So those campaign roles, as I was referring to earlier in my talks, they can be in PNG, so image static format, or in MP4 format. And we have absolutely used those. They're great. You can also use them in the ads, obviously shorter formats, and that's then statics. So for example, you can have a exterior shot of your showroom or something into one of the designs. It looks quite sleek.
Okay, another question here. How does it compare to traditional video production costs? I come from the TV world originally, so I can handle that. If you're working for a video production company, typically you're looking at $1,000 per produced minute. I mean, costs vary, but traditional video production costs are high. This is why not everyone is doing them. And this is why AI is so powerful. So if we're talking about the pricing of this product, it is based on two things. It's based on the amount of inventory, and there is slightly different pricing for the US and Canada. So just contact us at S Media and we can help you out with the specific pricing for what you'd be looking at for that. Another question here. How does AI video allow for real-time updates or adjustments to video content based on inventory changes? I think we've kind of covered that. It's all automated. Like there's nothing required from the dealership at all on this, correct, Ina?
That's very correct. Yeah. So again, same story. I mean, it's connected to a syncer. That syncer is connected either to to some sort of data source, and depending on how frequently you make changes, we can apply the syncer to kind of match that. Like Terry said, with social media, you want to be conscious of their sort of caching and stuff like that. But on your website, if you have a lot of changes throughout the day, say you're adding images on the go, cars get sold at a high volume, yeah, absolutely. Let's increase that syncer and make sure that your website is fully up to date. So in a video, a car gets sold, the video disappears. If a car gets added, the video gets created. And we're usually talking an average of about 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 11 minutes in some cases where there's a lot of information, but that tends to be kind of the time we're talking for the production.
And if you would like to see what your inventory could look like with some of this video, you can contact us here at S Media. We've got a very slick tool that Firearm provides us with that allows us to put together some demo videos so that you could see what your inventory might look like with this applied and your information, your logo, and everything else applied. And also, that's really part of the process of setting this up so that we can refine what that look is supposed to be like as the end result. We're not just going to pump something into AI and say, "Here you go." It's a collaborative process where making sure that what's getting spit out, what's coming out the other end, is the right colors, the right graphics, the right messaging, so that you're confident in knowing that all your ads or all your VDPs are going to be represented with the image that you want to portray out there. Um, what is the setup time for something like this? So that's going to vary. I mean, typically I mean, the videos are created very quickly, but depending on what type of setup it is, whether it's ads or on the site, I mean, there's always third parties involved, so there's integration. So one should expect a few weeks from the point of saying, yes, let's go ahead, before things are able to be live, because of course in that process is making sure that the content is what you're looking for, and there can be some back and forth, and that can take some time as well. But the videos, I mean, from the creation side, they happen very quickly, as Tina's said. That's all we have for questions here. We're running up to the end of our time in the webinar. Tina, is there anything you'd like to add about AI video?
Well, if you don't believe it, try it. If it looks too good to be true, that's all I can say. But yeah, you will probably be quite surprised at how much time saving you'll run into and what kind of impact it will have on your performances, whether it's your website or your meta.
Thank you,
And thank
Tina.
you for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us today. Thanks for hosting this with me. We'll conclude our webinar. If you have any questions about anything AI video related, please contact us, sales@smedia.ca. Go to our website, smedia.io, and let's talk AI video. Thanks everyone for joining us, and have yourself a great week.